This is how we get down. What's good, everybody? Welcome. Boy, I feel good today. It's a great vibe here at the brand. This is Coaching Company. We are live on the Stadium Network and everywhere that Stadium lives. Prime Video, DirecTV, YouTube TV. The list goes on and on. We've got a great next 60 minutes for you. We've got our best bets. We're looking forward to NFL Wildcard Weekend in kind of a different way, but also, what day of the week is it? Oh, yes, it is Wednesday. That means the rants are incoming. What are my guys going to get off their chest today? Now, it's always nice when we have a winning day and I'm the only one who sucks. Bad beats all over the place. We could have had a spectacular day. We lose an over by a half a point, but look at all the other guys. Mikey P sweeps the board. Raphael sweeps the board. I will bounce back today. Don't even worry about that whatsoever. All right, our news of the day, 3 items. News out of Washington. This story is going to be developing over the next couple of days. We'll cover it all right here at the brand. Demond Williams, he signs a $4 to $5 million NIL deal to stay at Washington, and then he announced he's leaving. To go where? Well, reports are LSU and Lane Kiffin, who've offered him $6 to $7 million on the same day that they were hosting Sam Levitt, another top quarterback. Messy. Also in the NFL, John Harbaugh fired yesterday. He's now the leading candidate to be the next New York Giants head coach at minus 175. Out in Las Vegas, Brian Flores, the former head coach of the Miami Dolphins and the current defensive coordinator of the Minnesota Vikings. Boy, he's coming out smelling like a rose. He's the favorite because Tom Brady absolutely loves him to be the next head coach, replacing Pete Carroll in Las Vegas. That is the news of the day. But boys, ladies and gentlemen, I am fired up and ready to go. But I can't do this show by myself. No, I've tried. It's still awesome, but not as awesome as, oh yeah, my company is here. They're ready to go. They love Wednesdays as much as I do. Let's beat the books. Oh, and look who I have today. I got to waste no time coming right over to my numbers guy, Raphael Esparza. Raphael, I just gave out the numbers. They're your numbers. What more are you hearing on the NFL coaching front?
Keep out for Jesse Minter, a popular name, especially for the Ravens, and Kevin Stefanski for a Ravens job, and could be the backup for the Giants if they lose out on Harbaugh. So those are probably 2 key names, and I can't believe Cliff Kingsbury's name is being mentioned for head coach. Stop mentioning his name.
What? He gets bounced from Washington after 2 years, and all of a sudden he's going to be a head coach again? Oh, it's absolutely crazy. Let's say good morning to the man. He's got a cult following. He's becoming so popular, we can't even handle it. Oh, man. We call him Big Tommy C. What's good, my guy?
What's happening, Coach? What's happening, fellas? You know, you talk about Kingsbury, right? You know what the talk was on the radio yesterday? That Dable will be the offensive coordinator because he loves Jaden Daniels. And that's one of the reasons.
Dable could go to Washington is what they're talking about.
As offensive coordinator because he loved Jaden Daniels.
Wow. I've also heard him possibly going to Las Vegas.
I heard Ohio State, too.
Wow. Man, it's amazing. In the old days, you never would have a coaches flipping back and forth between college and the pros. Now it's becoming commonplace because they're paying big-time money in college for these coordinators. Now, finally, he's a vital part of what we do here at the brand in front of the camera, but also behind the camera. Mikey P, what's good?
Good morning, Coach. Ready for another rant day? You guys are talking all these coaching changes. I got some things to get off my chest. I'm just saying.
Oh, man. When you have something to get off your chest, I am here for it. By the way, I just mentioned the Demond Williams story, which is going to have a lot of different legs to this thing. I know you're all over it, but this is exactly why there's got to be some type of formality in this crazy college, because this story right now is not only messy, it's a little bit ugly too.
This will be the straw that breaks the camel's back, in my opinion. This story right here, because we saw it one other time, I believe, with Wisconsin and Miami, where the Big Ten got involved because, and I know we'll talk about it more, but this is an actual deal with the school, not the NIL boosters. So Demond Williams really about to set the college football world ablaze. and he's not welcome back in Washington.
Oh, it's so crazy. He's got a lot of talent, so he's going to land somewhere. But my gosh, who's advising this kid? $4 to $5 million, you sign it. 5 years ago, you wouldn't get squat. You'd get a sandwich. And now you leave for another $1 million after you sign the contract? Oh, it's crazy. We'll get to that coming up in about 30 minutes. All right, gentlemen, you guys know how much I despise losing. But I'm okay with it when it's me. But I am ready to bounce back today. But I've got a question for all three. Wow, how rude. How rude. But I like it. All right, he wants all the smoke on a hump day. All right, Mikey P, best bets. Let's go.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, Coach. So I am going to do exactly what I did yesterday, and I'm going to play one college spread and one NBA spread. Give me the Orlando Magic, who got punched in the mouth by the Washington Wizards somehow yesterday. They're taking on the Brooklyn Nets in the second half of a back-to-back. Give me Orlando -1.5. And then Arkansas, one of the best teams in college basketball. We are not talking about taking on who? Ole Miss. They are -4.5 favorites. I like Arkansas to cover that spread.
By the way, speaking of college basketball, did anybody watch, and I know they're my squad, did anybody watch the Kansas game last night in TCU? Oh, do I wish young Peyton was on the show today. They were up 9 with 1:10 to go, 1:15 to go, something like that. The idiot fouls the kid down 3 with 1.4 seconds to go, 35 feet from the basket as he's going up to shoot. And the kid makes all 3 free throws, and then they win in overtime. It was one of the greatest games and finishes I've ever seen. But if I'm that kid from TCU, I am screaming at him. And all you have to do is put your hands up or just back off. Just back off. Let him hit a 40-footer. Oh, but that's why we love college hoops, especially when we get into January. And now we got 7 weeks until we get to the NCAA tournament. All right. What's the matter, Tommy? What are you laughing at?
I missed that.
Yeah, I did too.
I think I'm going to go next because you mentioned the Wizards. And the Wizards, very quietly, gentlemen, are becoming one of the hotter teams in the NBA. They've won 5 of 7, 3 of 4, and they've also beaten some decent teams like Mikey said, the Orlando Magic, and they scored 120 in the process. So tonight, they're playing the Sixers, the same Sixers team that just lost to the Nuggets without 3 of their top players, including Nikola Jokic. So I will roll the dice that Washington not only can keep it within 12.5, they could potentially win this game on the court. So this, to me, is a great, great number. Then I'm really leaning into the Charlotte Hornets as of late. Mr. Knipple is becoming one of my favorite players. He's too young to realize you're supposed to ease your way into the second half, and he comes out on fire. So give me the Hornets in the first quarter plus 0.5 point. That means if they are tied or ahead, we cash this ticket. Now, my guy Raphael, he's also on this game. Raphael, you're up next.
Yeah, I was a little under the weather yesterday, so I made my plays in bed. Went 2-0. I made my plays today in bed to keep the streak going, but we're going with the Raptors-Hornets first quarter over at 55.5. Charlotte's averaging 33 points a game in the first quarter their last 3 games. They're top 10 in first quarter scoring. Why not take this? There's defense going to be nowhere to be found in the first quarter. I'll take the 55.5. Then give me Boise State team total over 72.5 in college hoops. They're playing Grand Canyon. Does anybody know who Grand Canyon's mascot is? They're the Lopes, the Antelopes, but their defense is awful. They're giving up 73 points a game. Give me Boise State's team total over.
Couple of things. First of all, TMI, knowing that you're making picks in your bed 2 days in a row.
I was sick.
While I get that, while a jackhammer is going on in your neighborhood.
Can you hear it?
Yes, we can hear it. But it was more about the word, and I just don't know if that word's been used with you in. You see where I'm going? Okay. All right. Anyway.
Family show, Coach. Family show.
Just stayed in bed.
I got that one.
You got that one, Tommy? All right.
I've still missed that one.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Well, you have a new nickname here on the show. The Jackhammer. The Jackhammer. All right, Big. You need to hit that mute button because I can hear it. Oh my God, what a great start to the show. Maybe that should be your rant, Raphael, is ranting on guys in your neighborhood. That'd be a nice little switch up. All right, now I mentioned the Nuggets, and they just lost to the Sixers. Excuse me, beat the Sixers. 249, Tommy, was the total in that game in Philadelphia. They now are playing the C's tonight. What do you like?
I'm taking the Celtics Nuggets over 232.5 minus 105. 16 of the Nuggets' last 21 games have gone over the total points line, and I think this will be a high-scoring game. I know Joker's out and a couple of guys are out, but I think the Celtics are going to bring it tonight. Good game for the Celtics. They're hot. They're number 2 in the East right now, and the Knicks are below the Celtics. Oh, my God.
Yeah, your season's starting a little bit better. For transparency, we want to make sure that we get everything correct. The Celtics are the home team tonight, not the Nuggets. So it's the Celtics home game, and that game starts at 7 p.m. Eastern time in Boston.
Yes,
sir. Sorry, I just got a text. Okay, now Brandon, who couldn't be here today, we can leave the screen up because I want to hit his game for a second. Because the other night, and I'm a very forgiving guy. You guys know me. I don't hold grudges. If you're sending me text messages to rub it in, or like Big Cheesy in the chat to rub it in, because I play the long game. So I allowed Brandon back on the show today, but apparently Brandon took himself off the show today. Was he a little bit scared to face the boss? Perhaps. But he's playing the Pistons again, and that is at the core of our disagreement, because the other night they blew out the Knicks by damn near 20, Raphael. And tonight they're laying 10.5 at home against Chicago Bulls. And if they continue to play this way, they might have another 20-point win. Why do you think Brandon played the Pistons tonight?
Because the Bulls' numbers should be just handicap stickers. Because everyone's hurt for the Bulls. The Giddy's still out. They're just devastated with injuries right now. And the Pistons have owned Chicago as of late.
Tommy, do you appreciate when somebody talks trash within our group?
I love it, especially when you talk it.
Yeah. I mean, there's levels to it. There's levels to it. You know what I mean?
Level.
All right. Producer man, we're going to break at 14 because, as you guys know, what's today? The 7th? I believe tomorrow is my big screen, little screen debut. That's right. I'm in a movie, and it comes out. It debuts. We shot it a few months ago, like 18 months ago. But guess what? It is apropos for our brand and how we come out every single day. And we never back up. And guess what? We throw those hands. Roll it. Please welcome Carter Williams.
Another bloody nose.
Hey, that's fighter's life.
It's game time. You know he'd lose his hands if he didn't have me to hold them.
I need Carter to take a fall in the finals.
It's not happening.
You don't think I could take this guy?
He's not human. They're trying to kill you. Carter!
We need help! Come on,
Somebody call an ambulance!
Hurting her is not gonna bring him back.
I fight for myself. See you soon.
I can't wait.
She's got the best hands in the business, that's why she's in there.
Oh, how about that, boys? How about that? Yeah. You know, I pushed for a bigger role, but I said, you know what? Sometimes less is more. Sometimes less is more. Raph, you and Tommy are old enough. Tommy, do you know who Donald Gibb, what his most famous role is in movies in his career?
Donald Gibb. No. If you tell me, I'll probably know.
Remember Revenge of the Nerds?
Oh, yeah.
Ogre.
Yes.
Ogre.
Get out.
Oh,
I
man.
didn't know that was his real name. I just Ogre was his name. I didn't know.
I know. But yeah, he was Ogre in Revenge of the Nerds.
Wow.
So I went bananas. On that shoot, by the way, they let my daughter Kayana, because she's going into musical theater. They let her sit on the set. It was 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., so it was dark outside. 4 days I was there to shoot all of my scenes, and they let my daughter. It was super cool. Super, super, super cool. And they're also the company behind whenever we have movies here on the show, that's the company that we're working with that made that movie. All right. Yeah, pretty cool. Real quick. What's that?
The action scenes were good.
Thank you. I directed them. Real quick, last night, Devils, they lose 9-0. Mikey, what would be the equivalent of a 9-0 score in the NFL or the NBA?
In the NBA, it'd be the Thunder playing the Brooklyn Nets at their absolute best. That would be a 50-point loss. And in the NFL, I think we saw some of those games this year as well. 9-0, that's absolutely terrible.
It's embarrassing, Raphael.
In football, it would be a 56-0 type of game. So anytime you see in hockey, if it's like a 3-0, 4-0, add their touchdown, and that's what the score would be in football.
Tommy, what do you think?
Yeah. It's any team playing the New York Giants. That's what it equivalents.
Oh my God! Oh, the Giants! It's the gift that just keeps on. I hope you have a turnaround, Tommy. I want you to have a turnaround. It would be good for the show.
Yes.
Although it is highly entertaining when they're not good because of you. So I don't know which way I would want to go. I really don't know. All right, gentlemen, it is our favorite time of the week, and I'll lead to it, producer man. So don't roll it out of break. We're back live in 5 seconds. All right, welcome back, everybody. It's Coach and Company here live on the Stadium Network, also on YouTube. If you want to be interactive with the show, I encourage you to watch on our YouTube page. While you are there, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and then share the show as we continue to grow every single day. Now, one of the people, members, talents that were here since day freaking one is no longer with us, and that is the great Howie Schwab. And he reminded us that, yes, we are fans, that, yes, we're allowed to bitch. Yes, we're allowed to complain. But at our core, the reason we do it is because we love it so very much. Man, he loved texting at 3 a.m. Man, he was the only one I loved texting me at 3 a.m. So with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, every day can be an F day.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to the first F day. Welcome to the first F day. Pardon me.
Ooh, I love it. All right, gentlemen. Now, I would say, I'm big on flow. So right now, one of the biggest stories is head coaches that got fired on Monday. And what are these positions going to be filled with come Wednesday? So, Tommy, I know in your neck of the woods, you're my Northeast guy. You're my New York radio guy. And you are my Giants guy. So I'm coming to you first, and I ask one very simple question. What are you ranting on today?
Coach, it's not much of a rant, but it's going to be a plea to the Giants owners. Mara, I know you have some health issues going on. Tish, and the GM, Joe Shane. You cannot drop the ball on this one. It's Harbaugh or bust. This guy is the guy who will turn the franchise around. No ifs, ands, or buts. Shane, you can't blow this anymore by not getting Harbaugh. We got the tools, guys. We have a QB, we have a running back, we have an end, and we have some guys on defense. I think Harbaugh would love to come to the Giants. But my plea is to the owners and GM, give him whatever he wants. If he comes in and says, I don't want Joe Shane, Mara, guess what you got to do? You got to get rid of that GM because I want Harbaugh or bust. Stefanski is in today. I like him. When the news broke yesterday about it, he went right to the top of the list. This is the guy that will turn the Giants around.
It's interesting that you say give him whatever he wants, because word out of Baltimore, Tommy, is that part of the reason that he got fired is he refused to move off of getting rid of Todd Monken, who's been with him for years and years and years and years. Also, he would only have to travel up I-95. He'd only have to move, 3 hours, maybe 4 hours? And when you've lived in an area of the country for a really long time, you don't want to move to Las Vegas. You don't want to move to the West Coast. This feels like it would be a really, really good move. Raphael on the numbers, minus 175. Is that a strong 175 or just because of where we're at right now?
It's a strong, but I think that's the best coaching job that's out there. You have a quarterback, you have young talent, you have some draft picks. I think that if you look at all the openings, I would say the New York Giants is the best one.
Okay, very good. Tommy, I hope you get him, because instantly you've got a really good game manager and a franchise manager, as it were. All right, let me look at my notes. Speaking of coaches, speaking of getting fired, Mikey P, let me come over to you, big dog, because I love when you get excited. So my question to you is simple. What are you ranting on today?
Exactly what we're all talking about, but let's stop glorifying Black Monday as it's known in the NFL. Let's think about it for a second. All the games end week 18 on Sunday night, and the first thing we're doing, if we're football fans, is putting on NFL Network going, who's losing their job today? It's awful. Coaches being fired should signify a serious development within your organization from the top down. I know one thing every 3 years, Coach. The Raiders will be featured on Black Monday. This is just a signal and a symbol to the public of, hey, we can't get it right in this organization, so let's broadcast that to the entire world. For me, a coach being fired should be more about a surprise and not just waiting for it to be happen.
It's a little interesting, and Raphael, I mean, you were there when this happened, that Mikey would choose today to rant on something called Black Monday, because we know he has some issues when it comes to this sort of thing. We really do. See Devontae Adams. Did I say that? Tommy, I wish you would have been there. I really, really do. Really, really do. We had no idea that Mikey was colorblind. None whatsoever. We do now. I love when he puts his mouth like that, because he wants to say something, but he doesn't want to say something because it bothers him.
Part of the rant. Why do we got to call it Black Monday? Like, I thought it was just Monday. Like, can we just... There's already Black Friday.
Maybe it's just like light skin Black Monday. Maybe it would be that. Maybe it would be that. All right. You know what? Let me look at my notes. We mentioned one of the news of the day items off the top was a quarterback who signed a multi-million-dollar deal and then walked. We have never seen that before. Raphael, one of the other things that is driving me crazy is when you see a player who says, hey, he's looking at his options, including the place he just played at. So I come to you and ask you the same simple question. What are you ranting on today?
Stop with the college athletes re-signing in their school. I don't understand the re-signing. Let's just call it what it is. It's NIL re-signing. I talked to my nephew, Cole, yesterday, who got a full scholarship at McKendree University to play volleyball. His number one kid to play volleyball there almost went to Cal Poly, but he re-signed at McKendree to play with this new U talent coming in to play volleyball. Really re-signing? I never want to hear the word college athletes anymore. I never want to hear the kids can't play today because they're in study or they got exams. I never want to hear that when I'm watching college sports, because it's not college athletes anymore. Let's call it what it is. AAA NFL, AAA CFL. These kids are not athletes. They're not going to school.
I got to be honest with you. I did not think that when I saw the topic that you would be using volleyball and McKendree State in your rant to discuss athletes re-signing with their
because
own
it's
team.
Not just a football thing. This is every day. I saw it in golf. I saw it. It's everywhere.
Yeah, it's that's what I'm getting. I'm learning from you. I'm not coming down on you. I would never do that, Raphael. I would never do that.
I'm just very angry right now.
Hey, Jackhammer, we get it. By the way, there's a kid from Oklahoma State who released his 4 schools that he was looking at, and Oklahoma State was on the list. Stop. Just stop. He did. I saw somebody say, "What do you got to do? Take a campus visit?" He's already played there for an entire season.
Wow.
All right. It's time for me to go. And you guys know me. I'm not one to sit here and pat myself on the back. It's not really my style. I don't really like doing it. However, something happened this week that absolutely drives me nuts. And this is when fans, mainly wrestling fans, but you sports fans, you do it too. Because all of these websites and all of these X and Instagram handles love to put headlines to get you to click, because you get paid by clicks and views and all this kind of stuff. And in the world of wrestling, I told everybody that Chris Jericho would not be at Monday Night Raw in Brooklyn on Monday. And I just had something come across my screen here. I get updates on my computer, and it said Monday Night Raw pulls in huge numbers. Well, part of the reason for that is because it was a 1-year anniversary. They hyped it up. It was going to be a Stranger Things crossover. So you would assume there would be Stranger Things characters there. And the big hook was Y2J coming back home at 55 years of age. Problem is, he was in Los Angeles. And I knew that. And I put it out just to teach these wrestling fans a lesson, because there's a lot of people out there that make their money being a reporter, a journalist. And in sports, if these wrestling reporters worked in sports, they would be fired in a month, because they throw stuff against the wall, and all of you believe it. But there are people that have podcasts and all that kind of thing that also do the exact same thing. Because if they're right, they look amazing. If they're wrong, they move it on down the road. So what happened on Tuesday when all of these people were wrong? Well, I gained 700 new followers. That was fun. But they then immediately put out a story that Y2J is mulling over an offer to stay with AEW at the last minute. And that's why he didn't show up. Not that he was never booked to show up. So what does that tell you? They try to slide the truth over to a new narrative so that they don't have to admit that they're wrong. And then the next story, if he stays in AEW, then they can be right. My message to all of you: stop reading the headlines. Stop believing the headlines. And unless it's somebody like Adam Schefter or somebody who's been in the business for 2 decades, don't believe it. Just enjoy the show. Mikey P, you're a writer. You write for several different websites. Does this drive you insane?
Absolutely insane. And the worst thing, more than what you just said, Coach, I hate when you're talking to someone and they said, well, Caleb Williams said, oh, I get transcripts every single day. Tell me exactly what day and when he said it, and I'll go back and look. And it's never said. It's so funny, but frustrating.
Tommy, you worked in the wrestling business for well over 30 years. There are no consequences for these reporters who put this stuff out if they are wrong, which most of the time they are.
Yep, I knew it too, Coach. I knew he wasn't showing up. But your first clue should have been Adam Pearce throwing the clue out, breaking the walls down when he did a preview. That should have told you right then and there that Jericho was not showing up, because they don't do stuff like that. And it's an old bait and switch back in the day. You say one thing and another thing happens. Everybody got suckered in. Everybody was waiting for Jericho. And you were absolutely right, Coach. He did not show. He is not going anywhere. He is staying in AEW.
Why would he? Because he's 55 years old. People act like he's the Y2J that when you and I were there, Tommy, that had the countdown. That was 25 years ago.
Yep.
He was 30 at the time. All right, Tommy, I know you got to get out of here. Any final words for your fan base?
Let's go Celtics, and please Harbaugh or bust. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
You are the man. In the next few weeks, Last Word will be coming back with new hosts, new everything, and Tommy will be back on that show as well. Such a great part of what we do here at BTT Studios. All right, coming up on the other side, we're talking NFL in kind of a different way. This is Coaching Company right here on Stadium. All right, we continue on in our breaks here on our YouTube page. And, Mikey, I want to go back to the Desmond Williams situation, because this is now going to be not just front page news, but you said this might be the straw that breaks the camel's back, so to speak, because at some point another quarterback is going to do this, and then these contracts will mean nothing.
Yeah, once it starts affecting the bigger conferences and the bigger programs with a high-level prospect that Damon Williams will be for the NFL, that's when everyone's going to start taking notice. Never mind the backstory of how this all came to be. Damon Williams could have led this Washington program to a very good season going into next year. And coach, this isn't just the transfer portal anymore. This is signing your name on the dotted line and then going, wait, what's that over there? No, it's absolutely terrible. This will force change in the NCAA.
And let's look at the other. Why are you shaking your head, Raphael?
I think we're just going to see different contracts that these kids are going to sign. Ask Underwood from Michigan. He forgot to read the fine print, and now he's stuck at Michigan. I don't think this is going to break the camel's back. This is college football. I think it's going to be 2 more years that we're going to see this. I think we're just see different contracts that these kids are going to sign.
Well, these kids are being stupid because in what world, I don't care if you have a contract or not, that you take $12 million or you take $5 million and then you walk 3 days later, 3 months later, a year later. It's common sense. And then the parents, the coaches, they got to be telling these kids this. You can't do this. And then Damon Williams, what did he say? I have to do what's best for my future. Really? The other side of this, by the way, is the LSU Lane Kiffin side. This could have been any other school, guys. And Mikey, 15 seconds. The fact that it's LSU is just right on brand.
It's 100% right on brand. Lane Kiffin, you are not college football. Stop.
Sam Levitt, I wonder how he feels right now when these reports come out. And just what my rant was, if Sam Levitt is believing all of the headlines, then it looks awful. But maybe it's not that. Maybe it's not that at all. We're back live. 5 seconds. Okay, welcome back, everybody. We are halfway home. If you're watching us live in the East, it is 10:32. If you are just getting up out here in the West Coast, it is 7:32 live. We're here every single weekday on Stadium, YouTube TV, DirecTV, and, of course, Prime Video. Still to come in about 15 minutes, we have our NBA Showcase. Our 2 games today include the Lakers and the Spurs, 2 of the top 3 teams in the Western Conference. All right, gentlemen. NFL Wild Card Weekend, and I am never one to waste any of Raphael's hard work in his daily life. So I thought it might be fun to have our discussion and use different odds to lean into it. So I want to start with question number 1. Of these 6 games this weekend, and Raphael, I'm going to let you start because these are your numbers. What's going to be the highest scoring game? And right now, the best or the lowest odds are plus 200. Go.
I'm taking the Packers-Bears at plus 525 because until the Bears can show me they can play defense like we've seen all season long, the last 2 games, they didn't look like they can play defense, and I think the Packers could put some points on the board. I think it's great dance partners to put touchdowns on the board as well. I'm going to take the Packers-Bears.
Go ahead, Mike.
I'm going with the odds-on favorite here, the Bills and the Jaguars. I know the Jaguars do have a good defense, but Josh Allen is still Josh Allen. I believe the Bills will make a surprise run here in the AFC. The Jaguars will keep it close, and I think it'll be a shootout of a game.
Boy, this one's not as easy as it looks. It looks like your 2 games would be that, and I could see either one being that. But I'm going to go with a little higher odds. I'm going to go with plus 500 because I think the 49ers defense is not as good as people think. And I think the Eagles will have to open it up. And I think the 49ers have shown they can score a lot of points as well. So I could see 27, 24, something like that. So I'm going to go Niners-Eagles as the highest scoring game of the weekend. All right, let's piggyback again, and let's go to the lowest scoring game of the weekend. And these are very interesting odds as well. Raphael?
Yeah, this one's interesting. I want to say congratulations on the graphics. They're sick on this one, but I'm going to have to go with probably the team that I can't believe that's there, the Carolina Panthers. I would have picked the Panthers game no matter who they played. But don't forget, we all talked about the Rams defense all in the beginning of the season, how good it was, but we were always talking about Stanford and Puka. This defense is really good. I think it's going to be a long day for Carolina. I like the Panthers.
What I believe might be a shock here, Coach, I'm going with the Patriots and the Chargers. I do believe the Chargers traveling all the way to Foxborough, taking on a highly motivated Mike Vrabel Patriots team. The Patriots will carry the scoring in this one. The Chargers are banged up. I think the Patriots and Chargers lowest scoring game of Wild Card Weekend.
Oh, I do not like agreeing with you, Mikey P. I do not like green eggs and ham, but I am going to go with this game as well. In my mind, I see the Patriots jumping out to a quick lead like they've done so many times this season. 14, 17. And then what's different about the regular season to the playoffs is that they will then sit and they will just milk the clock and they will run it because it doesn't matter. It's all about winning. So I think this game's going to be 21-10, maybe 21-7, something like that. It does not go over 30 points, though. I think the under is the play, and give me that plus 475 as well. Now, we've got to divide this out now because we have a highest scoring game, but who's going to be the highest scoring individual team? Look at that. I mean, these graphics are nasty. Raphael, where are you going here?
I love talking ball with Mikey. He's one of the sharpest guys, but he's totally wrong. Give me the Jacksonville Jaguars that have the most points because I am not sold on Buffalo's defense. I think the Jaguars win. Jaguars put up close to 40 on the Bills' defense.
I wouldn't be me, Coach. You see them second highest odds there. Let's go. I'm taking the Chicago Bears at home. Listen, Ben Johnson said he's not happy with the offense. He said he's pissed off. 16 points. I guarantee you he put them through the grinder leading up to Saturday night. We'll see the Bears put up plenty of points on Saturday.
Wow. You've had some interesting takes today, and then you're talking about grinders. It's crazy. I'm going to go with man, if you go with the highest scoring team, then obviously that means you think they are going to win the game, right? That's pretty obvious. I would love to lean towards Jacksonville at plus 650, but I don't know if they're going to win the game. And that's the hard part about this. But I believe that Josh Allen, as much as I love him, as much as he is a great guy, as much as he loves the kids, I think he is destined to be Jim Kelly. And what that means for the young viewers watching right now, always a bridesmaid, but never said bride. So I'm going to go Jacksonville at plus 650. They scored 34 on that Broncos defense, which is pretty good in Denver. So at home with all the hype and all that, I think even if they jump out guys and score 21, 24, I don't think Liam Cohen's going to take his foot off the gas pedal. I think he wants to show the entire NFL we mean business. And if you can blow out the Bills or even win by double digits, that is going to tell everybody a little something. Give me the Jags at plus 650. All right. For every teeter, there has to be a totter. For every highest scoring team, there must be a lowest scoring team. Raphael, where are you going to go on this one?
You can pick the low-hanging fruit with the Panthers, but I'm going to say Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers shut down the Houston Texans offense. I think C.J. Stroud is not that good. He only had one good season, his rookie season. I think the Steelers hold them back. I see the Texans scoring maybe 7 points or less.
I really hate agreeing with you, Raphael, especially after you disagreed with me. I'm going to go with the Texans as well because the Pittsburgh Steelers is going to be cold. TJ Watt playing very good football since he's returned from his punctured lung. So I really like the Steelers to lock down the Texans on Monday night.
Whoa. That means you think the Steelers are going to advance, Mikey.
Yeah, I've been on that train for the last 3 weeks, Coach.
Wow. I wonder how much that ticket costs. You also think the Steelers are going to win. Oh, we might have a coach's challenge. I don't need to do it yet, though. We've got a show on Monday morning.
I dare you.
Really? Look at that, Mikey P. All of a sudden, he gets a new nickname, and all of a sudden, he's called the Jackhammer, and he's got some... I need Tommy with all of these Italian sayings. I got to work on my Italian sayings so I don't say them incorrectly. Man, this is tough, guys. This is really, really tough. Yeah, I can't go with the 49ers because I think they're going to be in the highest scoring game. I'm going to go with the Chargers. I really, really am. I think the Patriots locked down the Chargers. And remember, Justin Herbert did not play last week. He's also injured. He's basically a one-handed quarterback right now, which means he fumbles all the time. All it does is take one hit and the ball's out. I think the Chargers are who the Chargers are, and that is a team that flat out is not good enough to win a playoff game. Certainly not traveling to a very frigid and cold Foxborough. All right, gentlemen, it is wild card weekend. There are 6 different wild card teams. My question, Raphael, to you is, can a wild card team this season make it to the Super Bowl? And the yes is -150.
I'm laying the chalk at -150 because I can see Jacksonville, and hold your horses, Kim, maybe even Pittsburgh make it to the chip. So I'm going to say yes at -150.
Whoa. You said make it to the chip. I didn't say win yet. That's the next question.
Oh, I know.
Wow. Tip in your hand. Tip in your hand.
A little bit.
All right, Mikey.
Yeah, I agree with Raphael, but not with the teams he mentioned. Coach, you called him Jim Kelly. I'm going to call him in his first Super Bowl appearance. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills can make a run.
Oh, man, I hate this so much because when you look at the 6 different teams, I'm not going to go with an AFC team, but I'm also going to go yes and lay the -150. I think the Rams are good enough because they're getting all of their players back. They're going to be super healthy. You're going to have Puka on one side. You're going to have Devontae out there on the other side. They held guys out last week simply for this reason. So I think the answer is yes, but it's in the NFC, not necessarily the AFC. So it then begs the question, Raphael, can a wild card team actually win the Super Bowl? And it is heavily favored to the no.
This is great because I cashed that ticket at -150. Now I'm going to cash a ticket with the +150. I'm going to say yes. This playoff season reminds me of when the Giants won their Super Bowl when they beat the Patriots. They were a wild card team. I see a wild card team winning the chip.
No.
And who would that be?
Ooh, you guys hit great ones. The Rams. I can see the Bills. You guys all, and I've even said the Jags. I just think there's a lot of good teams playing this weekend that can win it.
Okay. Mikey?
No. Nah, the Bills will make it, and that is it, Coach. I'm not going to go. I'm not giving a Super Bowl prediction right now. I think everyone knows what I hope, but what I feel is absolutely not. The Bills will be good enough to get there, not good enough to win it.
So the question is, can a wild card team win the Super Bowl? That means there's 8 teams that are not in the conversation. But, gentlemen, this is unlike the college football playoff. There's only one team that gets a bye in the NFL playoffs. So, essentially, we're talking Denver and Seattle as the only one that have the advantage of not playing that extra game. So, I'm going to go with, yes, I believe one of these wildcard teams can. I believe Jacksonville, if they get on a run, can. I believe the Rams can. And as much as it kills me to say, because, oh, my God, I'll probably pay this bet off on, Championship Sunday or something. But I think the 49ers, if given the right matchup, not the Seahawks, but given the right matchup, Mikey, I think the 49ers could be good enough with Brock Purdy at quarterback to win the whole damn thing. Am I crazy?
No, and it starts with Philly. I love the 49ers and their opening round matchup. I think it's a perfect opportunity. You don't really have get-right games in the playoffs. I think the 49ers have just that against Philly.
All right. Very, very good. Raphael, thank you for the work, my friend. That was a fun segment. That was a lot of fun. So thank you. And shout out to producer man who continues to show day in and day out. He is the best remote producer in the game.
Not even close.
It's not even close. All right, still to come. It's time to talk NBA. It's becoming our bread and butter now that the football season is starting to wind down. The Lakers, have they started to improve after J.J. Redick called them out? We'll talk Lakers and Spurs coming up. This is Coaching Company on a Hump Day Wednesday version, live as always, right here on Stadium. All right, boys, last night LeBron James had a classic LeBron James game. 30 points, nearly a triple-double. They win just a few blocks, Raphael, away from where you're sitting right now. And JJ Redick, he's called this team out the last couple of weeks, and I think they're starting to respond. Luka hit some ridiculous shots last night as well. So after the game, LeBron James says, I need to bend my game to Luka, not the other way around. What do you make of the fact that LeBron James has verbalized that?
I think he realized it more than anything, but the only thing that scared me about last time when I was watching the game, the bench was nowhere to be found. They had really no bench scoring. It was just Luka and LeBron, Luka and LeBron. You still have no Austin Reeves. They still have a lot of injuries on that side. So tonight's going to be very interesting because I don't see LeBron playing, but man, what a great game Luka and LeBron had yesterday. They were just gelling, just them two all night long.
Yeah, it probably we probably won't see him tonight, but I thought his legs were very, very alive last night. He had a couple of alley-oop dunks, and I thought LeBron kind of turned back the clock, Mikey, and it looks also like he's in a great mental headspace.
Yeah, this just in, Coach. The sun will rise. LeBron needs to bend to Luka, and you're the greatest heel in WWE history. I mean, let's just state the obvious. It should not be that hard to figure out. This is Luka's team. It was Luka's team from the day he arrived in LA. Thank you, LeBron, for saying it.
It's kind of weird, though, to see Luka without a T-shirt on because he wore a T-shirt a lot. I don't know why I thought that last night. But now as we look at it, guys, Lakers are 23-11. And do we have an issue, 15 seconds, Raphael, if LeBron makes it obvious, and I hate this for ticket holders, makes it obvious when he's on the road that he's not going to play the back end of a back-to-back?
His interview yesterday was just brilliant. He's 40 years old. He has the most minutes played. I'm giving him a pass if he wants to sit out on back-to-back.
I think we have to. Mikey, 10 seconds.
No, I think he'll play. He's on the back nine, and he's beating Father Time.
Yeah, I just don't like when it's a road game. Home game, you got 41 of them. You pick and choose. But road games, he's got to show up. We're back live in just 5 seconds. All right, a busy slate in the NBA tonight. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games, 24 teams are in action on a Wednesday, normally one of the busiest days of the week for the association. And a big one tonight, number 2 and number 3 in the West go at it in San Antonio. Mikey P, I'm going to start with you because the Lakers last night, they win against the Pelicans. As Raphael said during the break, they don't have much of a bench. And now LeBron James normally does not play back-to-back. Austin Reeves is in the middle of being out for a month, which is why I believe this number is at 7.5, the total 235.5. Your take.
Let me do a little stay on your toes play here, Coach. We're all talking about LeBron. What about the guy you mentioned earlier this week right here at the brand? Wemby. Will he play? They need to keep him healthy as well. Mm-hmm. So for right now, I'm staying away from this game until about 4 o'clock Eastern. Once we start hearing all the injury reports, I do like the one number I love the over. I think both of these teams can put up plenty of buckets. So I'm on the over here. Everything else I'm staying away from until the injury reports come out.
Man, I'm actually on the under, to be honest, because of the lack of bench. I watched that game last night. We get, the local games out here, and it felt like they were being very strategic about when they would run and when they would do that, unlike when they have the extra player in Austin Reeves, Raphael. So I'm opposite Mikey on the total. Where are you at on this entire game?
So it's all about injuries. If LeBron says he's not playing, I can guarantee you the Spurs will probably say, hey, you know what, Wemby, if LeBron's not playing, we're going to rest you as well. So I grabbed a 235.5 under right now because I think if both players don't play, that number is going to drop and that total is going to drop. So I think the 235.5, bet the under now because it's not going to be there.
Mikey, the Thunder are home tonight against, it's just a side question here, against the Jazz. They now have 7 losses. Do you think San Antonio is the best team in the league right now?
Yeah, right now, absolutely. And it's the way they're doing it. Did anyone know Luke Cornett had 21 points in a recent San Antonio Spurs game? Luke Cornett hasn't had 21 points since maybe high school. The Spurs are a very well-coached team. They got a great roster, top to bottom. I love their team.
They're athletic. They're young. They can jump. They can go. I mean, if I was living in San Antonio, I'd be a season ticket holder because I would want to see this team play every single night. All right, game number 2, and we're going to go to Big Tommy's favorite team, and they are hosting the Denver Nuggets tonight. Nikola Jokic out for a month, but they really caught a break that it wasn't a torn ACL, and it was just a sprained hyperextended knee. So the Nuggets, you would expect them to get blown out every single game, but Raphael, they went to Philadelphia, scored 125, and won. And they didn't have 2 of their other top players as well. So tonight, we thought this game would be right around 10 because the Celtics are now remembering without Jason Tatum, you know what? We're still pretty good too. Your take?
I like the Nuggets team total over and the game 232 over because now that Jokic is not playing, now they can speed up because now the bench is coming in and this bench is very youthful. So now it can be a fast-paced game, and I think they're a nice dance partner with the Celtics with this over. If this one goes to 10, I would say lay off it because, yes, the Celtics are playing much better, but anytime you get a 10 against a team that can speed up the pace of play, you don't want to lay that double-digit number.
Yeah, it's kind of the reverse in your thought process on what you would normally want to do. Mikey?
Yeah, Coach. Little fun fact here. I know Tommy C's not here, and I don't want gimmick infringement, but right now, entering today, the 2026 Celtics and 2026 Nuggets are the top 2 teams in NBA history for offensive rating per game. So I love the over in this one. I like Jaylen Brown to bounce back after a 14-point outing against the Chicago Bulls 2 games after he had 50 against the Clippers. Give me the Celtics to cover and the over.
Raphael, it may be a name that people have never heard of, and I'm not even throwing it out. I'm just saying, is this an opportunity or a proper opportunity to find somebody else with the Nuggets that may have a lower number, but somebody's got to score these points?
Oh, yeah. I think the Nuggets bench players, I look for their prop bets. Now, some of them won't have them, but some of them will. Like BetMGM might not have them, but some of the other big ones will. Just do your research because I think team total Nuggets, really good play over, really good play.
All right. Very, very good. Gentlemen, great information. Appreciate it. Now, there's a lot of you that were not here at the top of the hour. We get it. 60 minutes is a long time for some of you. The rest of you just love to be entertained for a full hour. But we like to cover all of our bases. Let's lock it in. Our guy Big Cheesy agrees with you, Raphael. He says tonight is the night for overs. He says Coach was a day too early. Story of my life. All right, Mikey P, my guy, 10 seconds or less. 1 or 2 nuggets. It's all that I need. Start us off.
After losing to the Washington Wizards, the Orlando Magic are going into Brooklyn tonight. So give me the Magic -1.5 in a bounce-back performance. And then Arkansas on the road against Ole Miss, -4.5. I like the Razorbacks to cover.
You know what's crazy is I think the atmosphere tonight in Brooklyn, the same building where they had Monday Night Raw, will be very similar to that Raw show. Dead. Raphael, talk to me.
Raptors Hornets first quarter over 55.5. Why not? Charlotte's the top 10 in first quarter points, and they're averaging almost 33 points per game in the first quarter. And then give me Boise State team total over 72.5. They're playing Grand Canyon, who gives up 73 points a game in their last 7 games. Boise State coming off a double overtime where they scored 110 points against San Diego State.
Let's go. And if you're going to cash with the coach, I love these 2 plays. I'm also endorsing that first quarter overplay for Raphael because I like the Hornets. They have a lot of fun, and they're a good young team. They just blew out the Thunder in Oklahoma City. They get off to fast starts. So all I need them to do is be tied or ahead at the end of the first quarter tonight, -103. Then the Wizards, +12.5. They've won 5 of 7, 3 of 4. They are a much better team than they have been in the first 2 months of the season. They're playing the Sixers, who just lost to the Nuggets without 3 of their top players. So give me the Wizards. I think they can win on the court, to be honest with you. I really, really do. Then Big Tommy C, again, this game is in Boston. Nuggets, Celtics over 232.5. And then Brandon is on the Pistons laying the 10.5 against the Bulls team that I think they're going down to Illinois to grab a couple players to put on the squad because they have nobody to play tonight. This could be a 20, 30-point game. I love this spot, courtesy of Brandon. Raphael, make me smarter.
We're going to the NBA in this one. The Phoenix Suns have won each of their last 14 games as favorites against opponents who are playing their second game of back-to-back.
And tonight they're playing Memphis. And last night, Memphis lost they won against the Spurs 106-105. I was begging because I had the over in that game. I was begging for overtime because I've been screwed so many times the opposite way when you have the under. But alas, it's that one when it's 1 point with like 5 seconds to go, you're like, I'm dead. And then the over I had at 236.5, they were shooting free throws and they tried to miss. I was like, just make the free throw. Just make the free throw. Did you guys notice DG in the chat the other day, by the way, Mikey P? He had the over and there was 2 missed free throws and he circled it. Oh, man. These things are tough. It's really tough right now, Mike. Yeah. How are you seeing these NBA bets now that we've got about 2.5 months of data?
Well, I'm committed to the brand, Coach, so I love looking at overs, and then there's a lot more times than not I look and I go, why did I play the over there?
Yeah, I know. Hey, I'm starting to backtrack, Raphael, on my I hate unders. I've been playing a lot more unders as of late.
Well, I got cursed yesterday, Coach. I'm not gonna lie. I played against one of your games. I had the under 236.5 that you lost, but I also had the over in the Boise State, San Diego State. I had 142. It ended at 141. 4 missed free throws in 35 seconds.
Oh my gosh, that is the worst. The missed free throws are just the worst when you need just one. Gentlemen, well done today. Thank you very much. Producer man, you know what time it is? Give me that one shot. It's now time for all of you to go out into the world. Pay it forward. Be kind to one another. Have fun. Enjoy life. If you've missed Coaching Bro, watch it on demand. Check me out today, SiriusXM 2 to 4 Eastern time, off the ropes on channel 156. And also, we've got the podcast coming up around 11:15 a.m. Eastern time. But in the meantime, there's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these Wednesday rant day tickets straight to the pay window. My entire team, love them all. Mikey P, Big Tommy C, Raphael, and Brandon, we're thinking about you. Producer man, what a hell of a day you had. This is Coaching Company, and we're live, as always, right here on Stadium. Have a great day.